Before this video starts, I want to tell you about a second channel I've made. I announced it once before, but I want to announce it again. I made a second channel with DJ Harmonics. It's a music promotion channel, and we got some music on there. And if you check the description of the music, some of them you can actually use in the videos. So go check it out if you want to, and I'd appreciate it if you did. Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Gunner4568, and this car is a Lexus IS300, which if I'm not mistaken has a 2JZ, similar to the one in the Toyota Supra, and I get a notification. But anyways, let's get to the build. It is a NA engine. We're going to keep it stock, and we're going to make it pretty low horsepower as well. But we're also going to put all racing parts: race air filter, race intake manifold, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, race camshafts, race valves, race displacement, race pistons, race oil and cooling, race flywheel for 432 horsepower, similar to RX-7, race brakes, race suspension, race anti-roll bars, and a racing roll cage, a racing weight reduction, racing clutch, racing transmission, racing driveline, racing differential. So far all racing parts until now. Street tire compound, racing front tire width basically, fully upgraded rear tire width as well, and we're going with the PG3. I didn't say that right at all. And we're going for the body kits. We're going for the stolen, I don't know, I don't know, front bumper and rear bumper and side skirts. So that's going to be it for this car, for the upgrades, which is actually quite a bit because it's almost all racing parts, and the carbon fiber hood. Gotta love that. Okay, so for the paint, we are going to go with black rims as usual, and a dark purple, and has a carbon fiber hood, so the hood is black, and black windows, black tinted windows. I can't say anything right. And now for the test run. Alright, so we're at Iberian Mini, and we're going to do this test run with the Lexus IS300, and yeah. So basically, this car does drift pretty good. It's lower horsepower, so it does require a little bit of a force, not too much though. And I had a problem though when the car was originally no tune on it at all. It would like drift and be locked up in the drift. Like you could see the car roll a little bit, and it would be locked up and stuff, and it was kind of weird how to get rid of it. I don't know, I just kept adjusting the suspension, and I finally got rid of it a little bit anyways. But yeah, it was really weird to get rid of. Like, stiffening the anti-roll bars didn't help at all. It actually made it worse. Like, if you like put them up way high, it would just make it worse, and it would lock up and stuff. But yeah, this car gets pretty decent amount of angle. Just gotta basically force it sometimes, not always, not nearly always. Just it has that low amount of horsepower, so any low horsepower car has that difficulty at some points. And also this car on the online lobby with racing tires, because like it might have some difficulties, because online, if someone uses racing tires, it makes the whole track get a whole bunch of grip, and it's really annoying. But since the car is low horsepower, same thing with any low horsepower car, that it makes your car get more grip, and it'll be a little bit difficult on some online games. If you're playing with your friends and they don't have any racing tires, then it's all good. But if you're playing online in a public lobby, sometimes people have racing tires, and it causes problems. It causes a lot of grip for certain cars. Now, I haven't really tested this car online on a public lobby racing tires, but I can only assume that it's going to get more grip, and it probably will make it not do nearly as good. But it does that with any car that's not on race tires and someone else with race tires. It's really confusing and really stupid. But yeah. So we just crashed because I let off the gas and hit the rumble strip. And didn't counter steer all the way. But yeah, so basically the main problem with this car when I originally tuned it was the fact that it would be locked up and drifting. But I basically got rid of that, and it slides really well now. Really easy to control, but it just sometimes you need to force a little bit because of that low amount of horsepower. But other than that, it's basically a really good drift car. And yeah, awesomeness. Gonna end it with this last drift right here and do a 360. A little more than 360, but it's alright. So now let's go to the Fujimi Run and take a look at that. Alright, so now for the Fujimi Run, I must warn you that there is actually kind of a lot of destruction of this car. There's a lot of things I thought looked cool when I was actually racing, but in the replay, they didn't look as cool as I thought they would be. And yeah, they're still kind of cool. Like I did a super wall tap 360 and a backwards drift. They were kind of cool. You can see. So now for the tune, you may have to pause this if it's going too fast. For the tires, we got 30 psi in both front and rear. For the gearing, we have 3.60 for the final drive, 2.90 for first gear, 2.07 for second gear, 1.66 for third gear, 1.40 for fourth gear, 1.22 for fifth gear, and 1.03 for sixth gear. And for the camera, we have negative 1.4 for the front and negative 0.2 for the rear. And for the toe, we have 0.4 out for the front and 0.3 out for the rear. And for the front caster, we have 4.2. For the anti-roll bars, we have 27.2 for the front and 26.10 for the rear. For the springs, we have 591 for the front and 683 for the rear. And the ride height is 4.9 for the front and 4.7 for the rear. For the rebound stiffness, 6.8 in the front and 7.4 for the rear. For the bump stiffness, it's 4.8 for the front and 5.4 for the rear. For the aero, it's completely stock. I can't change that with no aero. For the braking, it's completely stock. For the differential, it's 75, but you can also do 100%. Well, the parts list is pretty short. It has a stock engine, all racing parts, and street tire compound, 255 for the front tire width and 265 for the rear tire width. And the helmet under the PG3 rims with the stolen bumpers and the vicious hood. Yeah, I pronounced all those wrongs, all of them wrong, and I really kind of on purpose, but you know, it's alright. So that's it for the Lexus IS300. If you liked it, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe as well. I made a new channel with DJ Harmonics. It's a music promotion channel, and it's called Galactic Core Media. Links will be down in the description below and annotation right here. But I'd really appreciate it if you go check that out, because we actually hit over 120 subscribers in 24 hours. And at the moment, we're almost at 200 subscribers. And if we get 200 subscribers, that would be amazing. And it's already amazing that we already have that many subscribers after only about 4 or 5 days. And yeah, it's amazing. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like and favorite, and check out my other channel as well. So see you next time.